Hey folks, Dr. Joe Esposito here. So glad you could be with us today. What we're talking about today is why everyone probably needs to take supplements. Now, I've had people say to me, well, Dr. Joe, can I get all the nutrition from my food? And the answer is almost always no. You have to be eating an amazing diet of organically grown raw fruits and vegetables in very large quantities to get all the nutrients that you need. Now, I know that sounds strange because shouldn't we get our nutrients from food? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today is all the reasons why we're probably not getting all our nutrients from food. And you may survive. Here's the thing. You may survive, but you won't thrive. And I don't want you to just survive. I want you to thrive. I knew a gal once and she had a great saying. She said, moderation is for monks. And I love that line. Moderation is for monks. I want to live extreme health. I want to have an extremely wonderful life. I don't want a moderately okay life. And so when you live an extreme life, sometimes things go wrong, of course, but that's okay. If you're not exposing yourself to a bunch of things, you're not going to have great things. You're not going to have bad things either. But when it comes to health, it's real easy to have mostly good things happen to you. I can't change the stock market. I can't change your relationships. I can't change what if a family member is sick or stupid or even dies or something along those lines. But I can change for you how your body responds to these things. And you respond by putting the proper nutrients in your body. I know very few people that enjoy life that don't take care of themselves. They may be rich. They may be famous. They're miserable. How do I know this? I see them as patients. We have a lot of celebrities as patients, people that you think live this amazingly wonderful life, and now you find out there's a dark side to it. And when we work with them, they have this amazing life, and we give them all these other wonderful tools to work with. And that's what I want to do. I want to give you all the tools you need to get well and stay well. And the three things you need: normally functioning nervous system, normally functioning digestive system, good nutrition. This is not hard, boys and girls. This is really easy. If you're eating right, taking the right supplements, if you have digestive issues, in many cases, it's physical, not chemical. Had a doctor come in the other day as a patient, and he had been to 16 doctors, I think he said. And he's a doctor. He has access to healthcare. He works in a hospital. He has access to anybody he wants. And big fan of the show. And he said, Dr. Joe, listen, I've been listening to you for years. I'm one of those patients. He was one of them. Said, why didn't I do this sooner? And sure enough, his stomach was pushed up into his diaphragm, and it was causing acid to reflux into his throat. If you've listened to my show before, I don't think a show goes by I don't talk about this. We physically took his stomach and just massaged it or pulled it down away from the diaphragm. He thought it was the coolest thing in the world. He had never heard of or seen anything like this. And when we did it, he said to me, which I hear all the time, why doesn't every doctor do this? I don't know. I'm hoping that in my lifetime, this becomes commonplace, that all doctors know how to adjust the stomach. It's not hard. You just have to know how. And I'll teach you. Can't teach you. I got to teach doctors, but I teach a lot of doctors how to adjust the stomach. And then we got them on supplements. And I have a lot of doctors send their patients to our website. Hey, listen, man, you need Dr. Joe's supplements. Go to drjoe.com and order this. Get nitric oxide, super green essential source, vitamin D, B complex, men's hormone support. Glutathione is an antioxidant. And I love that because I love the fact that our healthcare world is coming together and saying maybe there is more than just drugs and surgery. And there is. I'm not against drugs and surgery. But those days of everybody fighting are pretty much over. All the doctors have kind of come together now. So in a perfect world, you get plenty of sleep, you'd stay hydrated, you eat nothing but fruits and vegetables, maybe some nuts and seeds. So are all the vitamins and minerals in that? Maybe, but no one's doing that. All of us have stress. All of us, there's air pollution, there's COVID stress, there's news stress, there's emotional stress, there's physical stress, relationship stress. And so these things are all beating our bodies up. And again, you may survive, but I don't want you to survive. I want you to thrive. So 99% of people don't get the recommended amount of important nutrients from food alone. I'm saying 99 is probably 100, but I'm going to give one person out there the benefit of the doubt. Most people fail to meet dietary recommendations because we're dieting, we have a poor appetite, changing nutritional needs, I keep threatening to do this for years, nutrition through the life cycle. Toddlers, preteens, babies, toddlers, preteens, tweens, teenagers, young adults, middle age, seniors. our nutrition needs change and our food changes. Food is different than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I don't eat tomatoes unless they're organic. Why? They taste like cardboard. Aside from the fact I eat mostly organic food, but take that out of the equation, they taste like cardboard. Why would I waste my time eating that? Peaches used to be juicy. Watermelons were sweet. Remember when you were young, there was 2 types of apples? Now there's bunches. We've hybridized them. So the food has changed dramatically. And when that happened, we lost a lot of nutrients. So supplementation is intended to bridge the nutritional gap. So you maintain your proper balance of nutrients from food and from supplements. It's a supplement. It's in addition to, not instead of. That's what the word supplement means. So this is going to enhance your nutrient density in your diet and make sure you're obtaining the right amount of nutrients. So starting point, minimum supplements almost everybody should take. Again, I never give a definitive. Almost everybody would be Dr. Joe's Super Greens and Dr. Joe's Essential Source. They're 2 powders. They taste great. Now with the Super Greens, I'm going to give you an inside scoop. You're listening to the show, so you get the inside scoop. We have plain and we have mint flavored. I say get the mint flavored. The mint flavor is a little sweeter. It's sweetened with stevia, so it's not sugar. And it has a better flavor. And I mix a scoop of each together. I have a small, little mason jar. I shake it up with some coconut milk or almond milk, oat milk. I'm an oat milk kick now. I just love oat milk. And I drink it first thing in the morning when I wake up. Starts my day. Then I take the rest of my supplements, and then I continue my day. I'll have a little breakfast, usually some fruit or maybe some oatmeal, and I'll get to work. Then around 10 o'clock, I get hungry. I usually have a couple of handfuls of nuts or trail mix, or it's like a light snack. And then on some days, like the other day, I had okra. I really like okra, just broiled okra. Okra and a cucumber. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much. And then I had some more nuts as well. And that was my lunch. So you're going to save so much money. And you're going to feel so much better. And you're going to lose so much weight when you stop doing the things that you're doing right now, if you're not doing those things already, the good things. So supplements are vital to bridge the gap. Our nutrient absorption declines as we get older. You don't absorb things like you used to. You can ingest it, but you may not digest it. So metabolism changes, your body needs changes. You don't break things down like you used to. When you were young, you could eat pizza and beer and not have a belly, and now you eat like 1 muffin and you got a belly for like 6 months. Your metabolism changes a lot. And so our nutrient needs change as well. And again, generally speaking, when I do these shows, I give you generic advice. Hey, listen, you got high blood pressure, try some nitric oxide. It might open up your blood vessels. Maybe you're having trouble in the romantic department. I'll keep this clean. Nitric oxide increases circulations to your organs. So a couple hours before romance, maybe take 1 or 2 nitric oxide supplements and see what happens. Again, a lot of it's experiment. We have to see if it works or not. B-complex, of course, is necessary if you have a bad diet. Probiotics for the immune system, vitamin D for the immune system, glutathione for the liver, men's hormone support as you get older to help build up testosterone levels. So we have a bunch of supplements on the website, drjoe.com, and each one has a specific need. But as you get older, things change. So when I was younger, I didn't take digestive enzymes. Now, whenever I have a cooked meal, I take a digestive enzyme supplement. Amazing what that does for my digestion and my absorption. So if nothing else, Super Greens is an essential source, and then a digestive enzyme. I was doing a show the other day. I talked about if you had your gallbladder removed, you need to replace that bile. And there's a supplement. We use a company called Standard Process if it's not one of my products. And they have a product called Cholecol. Cholecol is ox bile from an ox, OX. And it's bile from the animal, and it's in a supplement form to help you digest fats. Well, the phone's lit up. My staff is like saying, what'd you say on the air the other day? People calling up, I want that ox bile thing. I want that bile thing. What did Dr. Joe talk about? So I wouldn't take ox bile because I have a gallbladder and I'm vegan. But if you're not vegan and you don't have a gallbladder, it's probably a good idea to take some ox bile. So again, supplements for specific needs. And as you get older, you're more likely to have your gallbladder removed. But I've had children have their gallbladder removed. Guess what? They're going to take ox bile the rest of their life if they're my kid, because I want to make sure they're doing the right thing. So enzymes, extremely important. Taking supplements can help you avoid a lot of harmful chemicals. Pesticides, herbicides are used in our food. It's found in our water supply, external environment polluted. That can increase your need for extra supplementation. These chemicals create something called free radicals. Free radicals are like Pac-Man. Waka, waka, waka. They eat through things. And these chemicals and these pesticides are dumping free radicals into your body, so you need antioxidants to neutralize the free radicals. Glutathione is the master antioxidant. I take that every day. Super Green is an essential source, loaded with antioxidants. Fruits and vegetables, loaded with antioxidants. But we're in a different world now. 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have to worry about these pesticides. If you've ever looked at a farm, commercial farming, many of the times the farmers are wearing hazmat suits while they're spraying the plants with chemicals that you then eat. So why would you have to wear a hazmat suit if it's not dangerous? Well, it's concentrated. I get that. When you get it, it's diluted. It's still a toxic chemical, though. So we do need to increase our needs for nutrition goes up dramatically. If you're an athlete, you may be needing extra supplementation. You may need chiropractic care because you've injured yourself. I have never in my career seen an athlete that didn't injure himself. Ever. You're always going to get hurt if you're an athlete, which is kind of neat. In fact, I just found out I've got a extra part in a movie coming up, and Dwayne Johnson's going to be in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up being Dwayne Johnson's chiropractor now, because obviously he's hurt himself a lot. So it's kind of cool. Yes, we're all hoping that happens. Somebody reached out and they said, we need people in TV and radio as extras for this movie. And I said, yeah. So I applied and I got it. I got the job, which is kind of cool. So, but athletes, again, that's extreme athletes, professional wrestlers, but football players, hockey players, we've treated them all over the years, and you're always going to get hurt. Depending on how much abuse you give your body will change your nutritional needs. The biggest reason I think people need supplements is they have poor eating habits. Erratic eating, junk food, processed food, stress makes it difficult for the body to extract all the nutrients that it needs. Now, supplementation cannot, again, I'm going to say it again, supplementation cannot replace a poor diet. It's an addition to a good diet. It can help prevent the damage that it may be causing. So even if you have a bad diet, yes, you should be taking supplements. I have a really good diet, and I take supplements every day. And it's one of the reasons I have the energy of a 20-year-old, and I'm much, much, much older than that. And I love the fact that no one guesses how old I am. And a lot of it has to do with I eat a good diet. I get chiropractic care. I take care of myself. We have regenerative medicine in my office. We have a medical doctor and a physician's assistant, and we do a lot of regenerative medicine. Things like PRP. PRP is we take platelets out of your own blood, spin it down and put it right back in your body within 8 minutes. So it's your own cells concentrated in a healing form, and we inject it into an area that needs to grow new tissue. And in many cases, it works great. Works great for erectile dysfunction. Works great for women that pee themselves. The bladder is weaker. Works great for arthritis, knee arthritis, shoulder arthritis. I had it injected into my neck. Did great work because I had a bulging disc in my neck. Great results. So it can be used for many different things to increase healing. Now, with PRP, it usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks to see the full effect. So it's not like we're going to give you an injection, you're going to walk out of there pain-free. You might feel better, but it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to recruit and regenerate new cells. So if you do that, and I think you should, by the way, just understand it's not a one and done. It may be one and done, but it may take a little bit to get there. So injuries occur. People have a bad diet. We're under stress. We're driving. We got to get to places we need to go. Traffic is picking up again. There's pollen in the air. So these are things that are really helpful. We even have a supplement called Allerplex against a standard process product, and it's great for people with allergies. And we're selling it like crazy in pollen season. So we have that as well. Another reason why you might want to consider taking supplements is it's a whole lot cheaper to stay healthy than it is to try to get healthy. And I see this all the time. People on supplements and chiropractic care and eating right and taking care of themselves, they don't spend a lot of money on doctor's bills. And other people come in my office and they're just a walking dead. And I'm like, wow. And I said, what have you done so far? Oh, I've spent $20, $30, $40, $50,000. Haven't gotten any results. And then they come to us for a few weeks. They're like, that was it? Yeah, that was it, guys. Nervous system, digestive system, nutrition. It's not hard. It's pretty easy in most cases. So healthcare providers are encouraging people to take a look at disease prevention instead of disease treatment. And that's why we get so many referrals from other doctors, because years ago it was just treat the symptom, treat the symptom. Doctors now and nurses, healthcare professionals are coming to us in droves and sending their patients to us because they're realizing that prevention is a whole lot cheaper. I've had many patients over the years say to me, Dr. Joe, I can't afford not to take your supplements. And the first person that said that to me, I didn't understand it. What do you mean I can't afford not to take them? Well, when I take Super Greens and Essential Source, I'm not as hungry. So I'm eating a lot less junk food. And I feel better, and I'm sleeping better, and I'm working harder, so I'm making more money, and I'm working better, I'm working smarter. It's helped my love life. It's helped my family. It's helped my relationship with my children. It's helped me be a better pastor, church member. Every day I hear a different adjective, a better blank. It's really kind of cool. I guess that'd be a noun, a better blank. And I hear it every day. And talk about rewarding. And after 36 years in practice, I am still as excited I was day one to wake up and come to work. Because I know what's going to happen. I know that when I drive into work, what miracles are going to happen today. And I've never, ever been let down. Every day I see miracles happen because people are now taking responsibility for their own health with the nervous system, digestive system, and their diet. So it's not hard to do, and that's why so many health professionals are jumping on board as well. Soil depletion is another reason. Oh, I want to throw this fact out there. Annual medical costs for those who are obese are $1,429 higher than if you have normal weight. So you can save $1,500 a year just by losing weight. And you'll save money on food, but you're going to spend less money on doctor's bills. Now, I used to be fat. When I was a kid, I used to be fat, so I can say the F word. So I understand the struggle people have. And people look at me and say, well, Dr. Joe, you're so fit, you're so thin. Yeah, I don't struggle with food every day anymore. I struggle with food every meal. I have to look at every meal I eat and say, is this going to be good for me or is this not going to be good for me? And if it's going to be good for me, I eat it. If it's not going to be good for me, I change my plans. It really is just that simple. And again, I struggle still. I'm just like you. I had that addiction at one point, that food addiction, so I understand what it's like to be fat. But we can save a ton of money just by eating right and losing weight. It's pretty simple. Soil depletion is another reason why you should take supplements. Modern farming techniques uses fertilizers that deplete the soil. They rob the plants of nutrients. Fertile soil is critical to have good, healthy plants absorb the nutrients so that you can eat them. Without this, the plant can't form the essential nutrients. And the soil has been damaged so much over the years that when we start tasting real food, it's a different world. I remember being in Italy years ago, and I'm Italian, so I grew up on Italian food. And I tasted the Italian food. I said, this is different because they have very rich volcanic soil over there. Okay, I'm from Naples, so right around Naples area. And so they have a lot of volcanoes in that area. And so the soil is so rich that the food, and they rotate the crops. They don't plant the same thing every year to deplete the soil. They put cover crops in the winter to replace nitrogen. So there's ways to do it, but unfortunately, when you start going into agricultural, the business of farming, many times it's cheaper to just grow tomatoes every year in the same field, but the tomatoes don't have the same nutritional value. So that's another reason why I take supplements every day. And more than half of all Americans take one or more supplements on a daily basis. I'm very happy to hear that. But that still means we got 50% of the world we got to get to. And that's my job, is teach you that. So you should discuss your health care with your doctor and talk to them about nutrition. And people always say that. I'm putting my disclaimer in here. However, most doctors are trained in 0 hours of nutrition, maybe 1 hour. And so that's not their field. If I was a surgeon, I'd be focused on surgery. I'm a nutritionist, a chiropractor, holistic doctor. That's what I focus on. So if you need surgery, I send you out. Like I said, I had somebody have to go to a dentist the other day. Sent them to my friend, Dr. Ranch, and he took care of a broken tooth from a car accident. That's what his field is. His field is not nutrition. Mine is. And so if you have nutritional questions, it's a good idea to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. We talked earlier about vitamin K1 and vitamin K2. Two totally different things. Not totally, very different things. And doctors say, well, vitamin K can clot your blood. Vitamin K1 would, vitamin K2 won't. Okay, that's going to help with calcium being driven into the bones. So understand that not everybody's an expert in every field. I'm certainly not. I had new windows put in my house. I had it done by somebody who knows how to put windows in. I don't know how to. So like my grandfather said, always buy the best. It's always cheaper. And the term natural really doesn't mean a whole lot because natural is a big generic term. So some things I think you should take. Okay, vitamin D. Okay, get your blood tested. We can do it here at our Marietta office. Vitamin D, but if you're not in the sun, you probably want to do about 5 drops of Dr. Joe's vitamin D every day. Super Greens and Essential Source, that's the starter kit. That's the minimum supplements everybody should be taking. In Super Greens and Essential Source, we have iodine. And iodine is necessary for thyroid function. Probiotics are important to keep the bowels working properly. If you're stressed out, if you have bags under your eyes, if you're tired all the time, you might want to consider adrenal support. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, micronutrients are important. And so generally speaking, we can put together a plan, but we do something called a micronutrient test. And you can go to our website, drjoe.com. It's under lab tests. You can call us. We can do the micronutrient test, and it tests specific levels of nutrients, even oxidation levels and stress levels in the body. We can test your vitamin D. I think everybody should have a micronutrient test, but especially if you have a disease, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, I do recommend a micronutrient test for you. So generally speaking, I call that brown belt nutrition. When we start getting into micronutrients, raw food, plant-based foods, now we're going into black belt nutrition. And along with chiropractic and nutrition and getting your diet straightened out, you have a core plan. So if you do have a health issue, folks, you want to make an appointment to come see us. We have offices in Marietta, Duluth, Stockbridge, and West Cobb. My doctors and I would love the opportunity to be your doctors. So if you want to make an appointment, if you have a health issue, if you have concerns about your diet, about diseases, and again, we don't treat any diseases, we treat the body. If you have neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, numbness, tingling, chiropractic care is by far the most effective, least expensive treatment for back pain. So if you have back pain, I don't understand why you'd go anywhere else but a chiropractor first. If it's not something that's in our wheelhouse, we'll go ahead and refer you to our medical staff, maybe for PRP, pain injections, trigger point injections, knee arthritis, shoulder arthritis. There's treatments for that. Then we can always refer out from there if we need to. So I would like you consider us as what I would consider your primary intake doctor. And then we can kind of go from there. We had a patient come in the other day with hip pain, took an x-ray. He had cancer in his bones. We instantly sent him out. We sent him to Cancer Treatment Centers of America, but we sent him out for cancer treatment. So we're a good starting point. So if you want to make an appointment, drjoe.com. The initial visit used to be $375. That's an exam, x-rays, consultation, first chiropractic adjustment, going over the x-rays on your second visit, and a nutrition plan. Used to be $375. We've reduced that to $199. We will not do this forever. We are going to have to raise it, and Garrett's fighting me on this, but we have to stay in business too. So if you want to make an appointment, do it right now. My doctors fill up very quickly, so you want to book your appointment right away. And I promise you, a lot of you right now listening, when you come in, are going to say to me, Dr. Joe, why didn't I do this sooner? Why did I wait so long? I hear it every day, and I'm sure you're going to call today and make your appointments and get that done. So if you want to make an appointment, do that, drjoe.com. We accept most insurances, car accidents. If you've ever been in a car accident, if the car was damaged, you were damaged 100% of the time. Get to us immediately. The quicker you get to us from a car accident, the better off you're going to be for your health standpoint and from a settlement standpoint. I had a lawyer call me the other day on my cell phone and say, Joe, a girl I know got in a car accident. I need you to see her today. I said, we're booked. He said, no, I need you to see her today. We need to document the fact that she was seen immediately. So I put aside some stuff and I saw the patient. So understand that there's a business part of this as well that needs to be addressed with car accidents. But if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, go to the website, drjoe.com. All the supplements we talked about, order them on the website or pick them up at our offices. Pick them up at our offices, save you some postage, which I'm happy to pass the savings on to you. I want you to follow us on social media at Dr. Joe Esposito. That's your homework assignment. All this great information is free at Dr. Joe Esposito. We post almost every day. And if you're a podcast junkie, go to your podcast service, type in Dr. Joe for the health of it. I'm Dr. Joe Esposito, the website, drjoe.com. I'll see you soon.